cruise. Um, Day. So there's Miss Dakota. Is normal, Miss Dakota? You're beautiful, aren't you? Are you a beautiful girl? Dakota's been a good girl today. Yeah, Dakota's a good girl, and Odie's always ready to steal the camera. What, baby? Are you a beautiful girl, Dakota? Look at Dakota. She a beautiful girl. It's not too hot. It's kind of overcast in a way. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. All the dogs are going to play for a little while. They fight, but they love each other. And when they play fight, it's just that. They're play fighting. Odie loves her to death. Is that your Dakota? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Dakota's going to get you, Ode. It's kind of a nice breeze, so it's good that they're out. And the house is a little hot. I haven't ran the AC for a couple of days trying to cut the electric bill. But you can see Odie and Dakota love each other. They have fun. They play fight all the time. They do it about this time every day. And then right about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, they do it again inside the house. Get him, Dakota. Get your puppy. Get your puppy. She'll just stand there and let him push her around. Well, JK, it's already been down to 47 here. It actually got down to 42. Here in a couple hours, you're going to want to watch for another live. I'm going to be covering the US 27 classic car cruise to Mackinac City. And they go through my area about 5 o'clock tonight. And yes, my container garden's starting to produce. I've got several zucchini flowers coming up. I have acorn squash flowers. I've actually got a couple cucumbers coming on. And of course, I have my cherry tomatoes. And then I have over 47 other tomatoes coming on as well. So, good morning. Soon to be afternoon here in central Michigan. Thanks for tuning in. This is what I look at when I open my front door. You just subscribed this morning. I live out in the country, out in the woods, and I have a container garden. And this area is fenced in for these two. That way I can let them out at night and know exactly where they're at, even though I have just about an acre here. And you can tell they're well behaved. They were just play fighting just before you joined the stream. JK, I've been covering the two illegal aliens from India that unalived the three individuals down on the Florida Turnpike doing an illegal U-turn in a semi-truck. He did not belong. Federal law does require the drivers of all semis to be residents of the United States. Illegal aliens don't make it. When he applied the first time to drive truck in the United States, the first Trump administration turned him down. But as soon as Joe Biden got in, he reapplied and he got it immediately. So the three unalived people are unalived because of poor policy. And I'm speaking as a former truck driver, a retired truck driver. Now you get to see what the dogs do. They love each other. They're just playing. You're going to get your water, Dakota. You're going to get the water. You can't tell they're both puppies. Even though, oh, watch Dakota. She's going to put her whole head in there. You going to get some water? You going to get some water, Ode? Nope. Put your head in there, Dakota. I went down to the artesian well. In that bucket, it's all artesian well water. We have an artesian well about 2 miles down the road. I got 30 gallons. I watered my plants. I get a big bucket just to put outside for the dogs. Hey, Skipper, you miss looking out at this stuff versus what you look out at? Skipper is originally from Toledo, Ohio area, which is approximately 2.5, 3 hours south of me. You ever miss it, Skipper? It's kind of cool this morning or this afternoon, Skipper. It's about 76 degrees, which is kind of cool. It beats the humid stuff that we normally have, and you understand that being by the Great Lakes. I didn't see it. Hang on. I got to get something out of the storage shed. I want to put you all down for a minute. Odie. Sorry about that. And this is my container garden, and you can see that my tomatoes are coming on. My beans are doing okay. There's one of the cucumbers coming on. More tomatoes coming on. My onions are coming along. My lettuce is okay. But this is my cherry tomato plant. It goes from the ground and up the support trellis of the front porch across the crossbeam. As you see, it's very healthy and has a lot of tomatoes on it. And then this is one of my squash plants, and it's doing very well as well. Come on. And then this is another one of my tomatoes, also doing very, very well. Come on. More tomatoes. My squash. Sorry about that. I just noticed I haven't got my weed eater out into a certain area, so I just pulled it up. But you can see my squash is doing very well. This is zucchini squash, and I have lots of flowers, so I should have zucchini going pretty heavy. I put the old girl up for sale, and I'm actually going to drive it to the US 27 car show or classic cars this afternoon. My old Trailblazer is a 2001, and she still starts and she does everything she's supposed to do. But I'm going to sell it and get something better on gas. Oh, Odie's finally getting something to drink. Usually Dakota doesn't let him. What? You getting some water? You getting some water? Oh, she just put her whole snout in there. You getting some water, Dakota? And then my mowing shoes, I haven't put them away yet. I don't wear my mowing shoes in the cabin. And yes, I do live in an Amish style cabin. I sold my house downstate, moved up here. But this afternoon, I am going to do the US 27, which goes from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to Miami, Florida. Classic car cruise to the Mackinac Bridge. If you're not familiar with it, it's a cruise that they have every year, and they start I know they start in Coldwater, but one day of the cruise they actually go Coldwater south to Fort Wayne, and then turn back around, and then they go straight up to Mackinac. They have it scheduled so they only drive about 30 to 40 miles every night or every day, and then they stay at a hotel. Also, you're familiar with it, JK. If you grew up, now you didn't grow up in Michigan, did you? The cruise, they have nightly stays planned. I guess they grow further than that, but they do a lot of cruising of the small towns along the way. And you're going to see cars from like 1940s, maybe even earlier, all the way up to new cars that are decked out. And I mean decked out and have everything. So if you're a fan of the classic cars, you're going to want to tune in. Okay, yep. Yep, I know right where Kissimmee is. Notice I said it correctly. I actually lived in Venice for a little while, and I spent a couple weeks in Orlando. And my niece and her husband, for their wedding present, my sister and brother-in-law built them a pricey little home in Claremont, Florida, in a gated community. Right after they moved in, they got hit with two hurricanes. And each of the hurricanes, my brother-in-law and sister had to come up with over $20,000 both times. And it was the same year, back to back, to repair the brand new home they just built their daughter, my niece. And then my niece was upset because she has exotic pets. One is an exotic snake. And many of the hotels that she tried going to during the hurricanes would not allow the snake. And she acts like, poor me, poor me, poor me. My sister actually paid one hotel for 2 weeks of stay just for the snake. Almost $1,000 extra, so the snake could stay there. Shoot, me and my dogs, we went through 2 5-day periods this spring without electricity. We had bad storms, and then electricity got cut off. We just went rustic for the 5 days both times. Come on, guys. Come on, Dakota. Come here. See, she does listen. But yes, if you're in the classic cars, you're going to be wanting to watch. I'm going to be leaving my place about 3:30. I'm going to stop, or I'm going to just go ahead and go up to Claire. And while I'm there, I'm going to be going to a restaurant called the White House. It's actually right across the street from where the cruise will be staying for the night. They have the best hamburgers in the world there. It's actually where they're staying is actually kitty corner from a bakery that is owned by the police of Clare, Michigan. It's called Cops and Donuts. I know that's so fitting, isn't it? Cops own the bakery and the donut shop. So I will be going there. So you definitely want to tune in this afternoon. And I haven't posted exactly what time I will be going live. I just know I am going live because I don't know when the first classic car will arrive in Clare. They're all scheduled to be there by 6. So I'm anticipating going live about 4:30, 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. I know that's window, but I can't get any more precise because I don't know. And I will be making sure that both of my phones, because I'm still using my phones, I can't figure out that camera for the life of me because it is very small. I think I'm just going to have to break down and get a normal size YouTube camera. What baby? So I'm trying to get my hours up, and yes, I did do a stream this morning at 6:30 until I think it was almost 8 o'clock. And yes, I did cover the unaliving 3 times over by the illegal alien that Washington first gave a CDL to, and then the state of California. The very person that the state of New Mexico failed to give a English comprehension test to. When he was given that test after the unaliving of the 3 people, out of a 10-question test, he only knew 2 words. And what's scarier, folks, out of 20 roadside, he only knew what 1 meant. That's scary. So, all right, guys, look for that live this afternoon. I just thought I'd pop on for a few minutes. I thank everyone for tuning in and subbing. But look for that live this afternoon. You're not going to want to miss it if you like classic cars. It ought to be a good stream. I don't know how much I'll talk during it, but I'm going to the hotel. That way, when they park their cars, they park them like they're at a car show. So after they arrive, I will go through the parking lot that they're parked in, so you all get to see the cars close up. So if you enjoy American classic cars, muscle cars that are in functioning order and still driven, definitely want to tune into that stream. Like I said, it should be between 4:30 and 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. So thanks again. Y'all have a blessed afternoon, and I'll see you in a few hours. God bless.